Now we're going to look at how to actually develop, compile, deploy smart contracts, Terra smart contracts. We could use testnet or even mainnet, but we don't want to do that quite yet. We want something that's a little bit faster to deploy since we're going to be making changes and rapidly deploying new versions all the time. And we want something that's a little bit more under our control. We don't have to immediately worry about fees and things like that. So we will install LocalTerra locally and run like a local network that's just on our machine that will run a blockchain there, and we can upload smart contracts and execute them, test them locally before we do anything with testnet or mainnet. Now, LocalTerra is in the process of potentially being renamed. There's a community project named LocalTerra, so if the name changes, then you might have to substitute some things in here. We'll make sure that there's notes or an update of some kind. So here we are, I'm in a terminal, and first actually I need to install Docker first. This will depend on your system. For me, I go over to docs.docker.com / install, and I find out how to get Docker there. In this case on Windows, I need to download this simple executable here. That'll install Docker Desktop on my machine. If you're on Linux, you need to also then install Docker Compose after installing Docker Engine. But on Windows and Mac, this install should take care of that for you. I do want to, of course, install the required components for WSL2. This automatically will pop up since Docker detects that we're using Windows Subsystem for Linux version 2 on this machine. I'll hit OK. All right, so once I've logged out and logged back in, here's Docker right here. It'll try to give me a little tutorial. I'm just gonna skip it for now since we're not gonna really interact with Docker that much directly. But I do need to go up to settings and make sure that use the WSL2 based engine is checked here so that it will work correctly with what we're doing on Linux. So Docker's ready now. We can actually install LocalTerra. I'll open up my Windows Subsystem Linux terminal. And again, LocalTerra might be renamed, but you're going to clone from github.com, from the Terra project repo, the LocalTerra repo. There we go, cloning. That'll download LocalTerra, everything we need to run Terra locally, right here. Now let's go into that new directory, the LocalTerra directory, and we will run our Docker Compose up command here. And with any luck, this will work, and we'll have a LocalTerra testnet. I got a little firewall warning. I'm going to allow access. All right, there we are. Looks like we're running. Blocks are being created here. Execute a block every 6 seconds. So we've got a Terra network, a local Terra network running here. We're ready to build some contracts, check out some Rust contracts, and deploy them here to our local Terra network. Now here on the network, there's actually a known key that's the only validator. There's one validator on this local network, and it's using this key. The mnemonic is here at docs.terra.money, this address up here, satisfy, adjust timber, and so on. This is the mnemonic you need in case you need to import this key somewhere. You can view other details here, including the ports that the node is listening on, that the LCD for API requests and so on is listening on at docs.terra.money. But we're going to move on to CosmWasm and investigating what a Terra smart contract actually looks like.